No taxes on tips. It is a campaign idea that was first pushed by Donald Trump back in June and then repeated again at last night's convention.
But 8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne telling us how it's now getting bipartisan support from our delegation. Kyle?
Denise, David, a little bit of bipartisan support. So far nationwide, just our two senators, Jackie Rosen and Catherine Cortez Masto. But in all, the Democrats in Nevada's congressional delegation now say they're on board with it, which might make it more than an unfulfilled campaign dream.
We're having dinner at a beautiful restaurant in the Trump building on the Strip, and it's a great building, and the waitress comes over. How's everything going? A really nice person. How's everything? Oh, sir, it's so tough. The government's after me all the time on tips, tips, tips. I said, well, they give you cash. Would they be able to find them? She said, actually, and I didn't know this, she said, very little cash is given. It's all put right on the check. And they come in and they take so much of our money, it's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous, Donald Trump said at the Republican National Convention Thursday night after the former president doubled down on an idea he first unveiled in Las Vegas on June 9th. State GOP Chairman Michael McDonald explains why he thinks it's a winning idea.
You and I go out to dinner. We have a great dinner. We can choose to tip or not tip. So it's a gratuity that we give the person for their service, and not having that tax goes right in the working men and women's pockets. Very nice.
Nevada has the highest concentration of tipped workers in the country, with about 26 waiters and waitresses per 1,000 jobs, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The powerful culinary union initially dismissed it as a stunt, saying on June 10th, quote, relief is definitely needed for tip earners, but Nevada workers are smart enough to know the difference between real solutions and wild campaign promises from a convicted felon. But now they've changed their tune. And Nevada Democratic Senators Jackie Rosen and Catherine Cortez Masto signed on to the Republican-sponsored bill last week, making it now a bipartisan venture. Rosen saying, quote, getting rid of the federal income tax on tips would deliver immediate financial relief for service and hospitality staff across our state, who are working harder than ever while getting squeezed by rising costs. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, a nonpartisan fiscal watchdog group, has estimated that exempting tips from both income and payroll taxes would reduce federal revenues by $150 to $250 billion over the next decade. There isn't a recent estimate on how much would be saved per person, but using 2018 IRS figures, a top-tier earner might save about $6,000 a year. No vote has been scheduled on the bill. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Kyle Payne, 8 News Now.